morning, good afternoon, good evening. Cruising with AB. State of the Nation edition. I wasn't going to talk about the latest tragedies that have happened in this country lately. I debated whether or not I wanted to be my opinion on it or not. But I think the broader picture of everything that has happened is that we've all known that this country has been divided for years amongst the people and the people in the government. There's a divide everywhere. And of course, I don't know what the answer to all that is, but something has got to change. We're all in this thing together. We all want to live a happy, normal life. And we want to be as free as we can be. And everything from school shootings to assassination attempts and assassinations, all because of either your beliefs or your political association. Whether you're against guns or agree with the right to bear arms or disagree with it. No, it's a lot to swallow. It's a lot to handle. There's no quick fix for this. I think that this country has been going downhill for a long time now. And I think we need a little bit more good things to happen. The whole world is stinking crazy. And I travel on Google Maps sometimes. I get on Google Maps and I go around the world, and wherever the little Google car goes, I'll go. I've been to Moscow, cruised on the streets of Moscow, and all the big, Japan and all these big cities, New York, places I'd never been before. And just thinking, man, look at all the people, look at all of the infrastructure, and just different cultures. You go out in the country, cruise to some New Zealand, go to New Zealand and go driving around the little Google car and go look at these old little farmhouses out there. Just thinking, man, these people really care about what's going on any place else in the world besides their own little world. And then to get to the more extreme is sometimes go out into the middle of the Atlantic Ocean or the Pacific, and go around and start zooming in on some of these little islands out in the middle of the Pacific, or and people live on these little specks of land in the middle of vastness of the ocean. And I got my wife and I said, babe, look where this is at. There's a whole bunch of them too. Little Google cars don't go to those little bitty specks out in the middle of the ocean. For these little bitty places. But you start zooming in and you start seeing houses and churches, or what they says is a church. I mean, somebody's labeled it, or it might not have any labels whatsoever, but it's just a little bitty speck out in the middle of nowhere, and people are living there. And then I got to thinking, those people are just living. I mean, sure, they don't care what's going on in the world because, man, they're stuck on this little island, and they're probably happy. I don't know. I mean, how do they get there? Where, all these questions. Where do they get their fresh water from? They're in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, I'm sure it rains and they collect water and stuff, but what do they eat? I mean, you don't eat so many coconuts. You eat, fish. Fish, I'm sure, is their main diet. And maybe if they're raising pigs, it would probably be the best source of food. Get some pigs out there and that make them start having babies like crazy. Yeah. But that's it. You're just there. There's no businesses. There's nothing. Probably not even any taxes. Because what are you going to spend your money on? There might have some of them don't even have an airstrip, and some of them do. Some of them have a little bitty runway, but most of them, I think, are just only access is by boat or float plane. And then you come back to the USA and the rest of the world, and everybody's up in arms about everything. Maybe we need some island time. Just to go sit out with our toes in the sand and forget about all this craziness that's going on in the world. And it's a tragedy that you can be eliminated by some crazy nut case for having an opinion, using your free speech. No, that's where we live. So take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones.